everybody, I'm Sarah and I'm a recorder player. This is the second episode of Team Recorder Troubleshoots, where you send me your recorder problems and I solve them for you. So your questions have been sent in via Instagram. Let's have a look at the first one. What happens if you can't cover the bottom notes on a tenor recorder? I get this a lot. The tenor recorder is actually the hardest recorder to stretch. We get a lot of bigger instruments, but by then we've got helpful keys. The stretch on a tenor is not the most ergonomic. But here's the thing, it's probably not your fingers that you need to adjust. We get very stressed about the stretch of the fingers, but it's all down to your wrist. What I see a lot are people rotating their wrists upwards. And can you see what's happening to my hand? Yep, it's dragging the fingers away from those holes. Great camera angle here. So starting with relaxed shoulders, natural arm position, and your wrist perpendicular to the recorder so that your fingers are brought towards the holes, not dragging it upwards and pulling your fingers away. Okay. Does swapping between F sharp and G sharp ever get easier? The answer is no. It's really never ever fun. Okay, come on Sarah, be a teacher, get some tips out. I find it helps to think of the movement as coming from my wrist rather than my fingers. If I'm just moving my knuckles, then my fingers are scraping on the recorder, harder to move. I keep my hand quite light and I use my wrist to move between. The other thing is you can shade and disguise this with your articulation. If you play it very legato, then you'll hear every imperfection. If you separate those notes, da 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 da. Whereas legato we have work smarter, not harder. Gotten quite a few questions about a recorder sounding hoarse. Now, from an Instagram question box, it's really hard to tell what you mean by hoarse. But there are 3 steps we can go through to look at the sound of your recorder. The first is to play it back in again. If it's not been played for a long time, you'll need to spend a week or 2 gradually building up how much you're playing. This playing in process, the recorder will kind of come into its own and the sound will probably improve. If it's not improved by then it could need an oiling. Oiling the inside of the recorder, and not the block though, just protects the wood. It helps the condensation to not build up. Stick your finger in the recorder. If it feels very dry, it needs an oiling. This needs an oiling. Done a whole video on that. Then if you've played it in, cleaned and oiled your recorder and the sound is still hoarse, cracking, muffled, stopped up, noisy, then you need to look at the instrument itself. And if you're not sure, get a professional to do it. You want to check if there's no damage. If the labium here is damaged, that's pretty much game over. They can look on the inside and see if the chamfers, that's the edge that directs the air to where it needs to be, see if they've been blunted or damaged. You can get your recorder revoiced, which is where basically the inside of the instrument is polished up, reshaped so that it sounds good again. That is the extent of what I can tell you now, but without seeing your recorder, hearing it and playing it in the flesh, it's really hard to say, but those are some starting points. How to get my playing to sound continuous? Yep, it's a dead giveaway when we hear these schooly beginners. We have this detached, uncontrolled sound. And one way of making your playing sound much more professional is making it nice and smooth, yet articulated. Don't know what I just played. The 2 things you need are a smooth tongue stroke. I like to think of la la la, la 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 la. Say it with me. Or do 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 do. You'll notice when I do this, I'm not stopping and starting the note. That would sound like do 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 do. You can use that too. Do 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 is our nice connected. But the crucial step we forget in making this work in our instrument is adding an airstream. So practice do, 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 like this. You're pushing an airstream through your lips. The tongue can be an unwieldy muscle, and getting it under control might take some time, but these are your starting points. Giving you lots of starting points and then telling you to do the rest yourself. Next one. Strengthening finger 7. Yeah, our tiny little pinky has a lot of work to do on the recorder, and it's a little bit unfair because our right pinky does all the work, left pinky is on a permanent holiday. When I was studying, I did strength exercises for my fingers that sounded like this. Hitting my finger down on the recorder to build up a bit of strength. I'm not saying that you have to play like that. Actually, no, that would be weird. But it just builds up that strength a little bit. You can also try tapping with that finger. Put your hand on your leg or your chest and just tap it. The other thing is, can I question, do you need strength? Or do you need agility? Do you need speed? Do you need control? Not saying yes or no to any of those, but think about what it actually is that you miss in your playing that you need from finger 7. You might not need that much speed unless you're doing a trill, and then trills don't even have to be that fast. Tell me your secrets. I'd say the most important thing for finger 7 is that it's in coordination with its teammates. Oh, I do have something for you. For love and exercise. If you want something specific, you can get your teeth and your little finger into 3 exercises for alto recorder by Kees Boeke. My copy has fallen apart because it's very well loved. Exercise 1 is the right hand. And I've got a bonus question for you just because I thought it was funny and describes our instrument in a nutshell. I had a viewer saying their recorders that should be in the same pitch don't sound the same. One is lower than the other. And yeah, we get that a lot. I just want to say yes. Why? Recorders are very sensitive to temperature, to humidity. Anyone who's ever had to play a concert in a cold church will know that the weather can make your recorder drop a good few hertz. And it's different for every wood. It's different if it's a recorder that's been played in a hot country than a cold country. All of this means we get these tiny discrepancies in tuning. But you know what? We're flexible. We learn to read in different transpositions, different sets of fingerings, and a million different genres and styles. If there's something recorder players are, it's flexible. So being aware of this in your own instruments is the important first step, and then how to deal with it. If your recorder's always a bit too low, you'll want to warm it up properly first and give a good supported airstream. If your recorder's always a bit too high, you've got to pull out the head joint a bit. I'm going to direct you to my extremely nerdy video on tuning, where I talk about that more, but I just wanted to flag this up and say, I know. This seems like a nice moment, can I say this without sounding cheesy, to reconnect with you all. I know a lot of you have been following Team Recorder for 7 years now, which is amazing, but I know a lot of you are new. Can I just ask you, please subscribe to this channel. I put my heart and my soul and my professional life into this channel, and if you're enjoying it, do subscribe. If you're subscribed, make sure you click on the bell icon, because then you will get notifications when I post a video. I've heard from some of you that you used to and now you don't. Check that bell. And if you like what I'm doing, please come and say hi on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter. I'm team_recorder on all of those. If you don't mind taking a second to go like, subscribe, doodly do, it helps me to do my job. If you do that, I promise I'll stop saying embarrassing things like doodly do. God. There's one thing that I have never tried to be, and that is cool. Stop talking. So subscribe here. Here's the Team Recorder Patreon if you'd like to support the channel and some more videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.